everyone. Welcome to Brunch, a taste of Tobago. It is Wednesday on the island of Tobago, and it's a beautiful one at that. And I want to say blessings to each and every one. But those of you who are joining us for the first time, we are live Facebook, Amplier 102, and of course YouTube. And in case no one has told you today, you are special and you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And it takes such great pleasure to just quickly recognize the wonderful staff here at Tobago Updates Television. I say good morning and a blessed day to each and to my wonderful staff, wonderful crew, and just a joy to work with. Good morning to every one of you once again. And of course, we go to our wonderful segments on the Brunch morning. Good segments, which is where we highlight and recognize our sons and daughters of the soil who are doing wonderful and positive things. And so we start off with the news. Of course, popular and rentals services has announced that it will launch a new glass-bottomed boat on Wednesday to enhance the experience for passengers while they enjoy the island's marine magnificence. Owner of the company, Michael Frank, dropped out the media last December and posted a picture of the boat on January 20th. The photo captioned, "She is in the water, giving God thanks and praise and favor." That's where Frankie Tours is continuing the business sector and, of course, the Tobago space. Now, the Trinidad Guardian takes the spotlight at Carnival Village. Chutney took the spotlight at the John Cupid Carnival Village, Queen's Park, Savannah, Port of Spain last Thursday as a cast of past and present Chutney soca artists graced the stage. Among those belting out their hit tunes from years gone by, the current songs were Rakesh Yankaran, Asha Kamachi, Rauti Ramrup, Sneaky Nishad M. Edwin, Crazy Ayang, Chris Garcia, Nisha B, along with Nyla Blackman, three-time monarch G.I., and reigning Chutney Soca Banak Daddy Chiney with his winning song We Are was that Sipasad encouraged to the songs from the Chutney Soca stars, even giving them or two. Oh yes, as the night progressed, I'm feeling the energy of this column. It's such a wonderful of talent, and it speaks to our cosmopolitan society here in Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to our sister Isle of Trinidad. Good morning to Barbados, who is locked on. Good morning to New York, Ontario, and of course, good morning to South Africa. And all in all, good morning to the world. And we hope that we are giving you some light, some love, some peace, some form of happiness as you to brunch. Cannot be left out this morning. It was back in 2015 that John Daniel, former CEO of the Commonwealth of Learning, projected that by 2025, 100 million students eligible for higher education would be unable to access it, highlighting a looming crisis. His words also underscored the urgent need for innovative solutions in delivering education to an overgrowing number of learners. However, open educational resources can bridge this expensive gap. This is of Professor Rory McGreal, the featured speaker at the University of the West Indies St. Augustine, distinguished open lecture entitled The Power of Open: How OER Can Transform Education for the 21st Century. held at the Teaching and Learning Complex, Street Augustine campus on January 11th. The fact that we get a chance to really highlight and really shine some much needed attention on the issues that we have here, but we also take the time to celebrate, and we love celebrating on the Brunch Mid-Morning Show. Our sons and daughters, kings and are doing wonderful things in the space and also in the world. And guys, and oh my gosh, our health corner is up next. Dr. Pelham McSween joins us, and it has been a while. This is the first time since the year began, so we're going to have such a wonderful conversation. The importance of chiropractic care, the importance of being educated on chiropractic medicine, and we're going to have a wonderful discussion when he joins me a little later on. Also, Calypso season is in the air, and we say congratulations to the Monarch competition. And one of those finalists joins us today. We get the chance to speak with Alex Gift, one of the established and accomplished Calypso minds here on the island of Tobago, representing us Fiesta for 2024. And of course, we wish the other competitors so much blessings, so much peace. Let me take the time to recognize Miss Shamika Denoon, Mr. Caston Cupid, Zell Washington Fraser, of course, Alex Gift, who I just Thomas, and Nicole Thomas, and our reigning Tobago monarch, who is doing the most and representing well, Mr. Dylan Thomas. So I say good morning to you and offer yours best wishes. You go there and you own the stage, do it Tobago style, and show them how we get down when we touch down in any space, form, or fashion. And I'm going to take a guys, I'm going to be right back with more Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Of course, Health Corner is up next. You guys do not want to miss it. Let me also take the time to say good morning to Joel Green George, who joins us a little later on. Book Club is on today. It's Wednesday, and it's a beautiful one at that. And I hope that you stay with me. I'm going to be back. I'm hoping that you come back. Come on back to Brunch, and let's have a wonderful time. See you guys soon. We'll be back.
same movement. Head to one fet and match up two feds. Them a say me done something confuse them. And them can't.
Flo is bringing Carnival and cash home with a total of $300,000 in cash back when you pay on time, sign up, or upgrade to an everything plan. Plus, we're live streaming fets so you could wind down in your bed. Hosting Blue Friday lines at your favorite hangouts. So every Friday you could play a mass and win free fet tickets plus Carnival costumes. Flo bringing Carnival home so you could like yourself. Visit in-store or discoverflo.co for more details. Flo, inspired by you.
Back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Now, I told you guys it's Wednesday. It's a wonderful Wednesday on the island of Tobago, and we thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being a part of Brunch, a taste of Tobago. And of course, this is our Health Corner segment. I absolutely love Wednesdays because I get to have such intriguing and educational conversations with the guests who sit before me. And of course, today is no different. Mr. Pelham McSween joins me this morning, and we are going to be talking about the importance of education in chiropractic care. And it's always a joy when he comes on because we talk and talk and talk, and sometimes we forget about the time. So guys, forgive me, and you have to keep me on point today because we're no telling where this conversation going. So Dr. Mark, good morning to you.
Glad that you can have me back.
And a Happy New Year.
Oh, same to you, and thank you.
Yes. So, quite a buzz, quite a whole conversation, a whole narrative that's taking place now with regards to chiropractic medicine, with regards to education of what a chiropractor should do, should look for, so it's...
And what they should know.
And what they should know. And when a patient walks in, what do you do when faced with a patient walking in?
Exactly.
Yeah. So tell us a bit about some of the things that, as a chiropractor, you should know. What should come like second nature to you when a patient walks in?
When a patient comes into the office, first of all, it's a different patient. A person may have come in with the same symptoms and so forth, but you have to treat that patient on their own base, and that is what they're complaining of to you. And not say, well, it's the same thing like Johnny Adams or whoever came into you previously. So I've learned neurology, neuroanatomy, physiology. That is part of your training. And so I was explaining to you recently that if the chiropractor doesn't know that, then we have a problem. And so 10 persons coming into me is not a back-cracking exercise. It's not that because you say you have this, I'm going to treat you the same way like I would have treated another patient previously or even days before. So I have to analyze you. And the only way I can analyze you, as I've said, is to be able to analyze and investigate, peruse the x-rays to identify possible problems and cause of the problem.
What about interpretation? Because this is like a really, really vital part. Before you even give any type of diagnosis, you have to be able to interpret.
You must interpret
what's before you.
And patient may come in with a host of problems. A patient may come into you and say, doctor, I have a scan, and can I bring it with me? And of course, bring the scan, because you want to look at the scan. Sometimes in the scans you see kidney problems and so forth. A patient comes in and patient say, doctor, can you fill this form for me? And I'm say, well, can't you fill it? He said, well, I forgot my glasses in the car or whatsoever. I forgot it home. And so you must be thinking now, this patient has a sight problem. And you continue to analyze with perspicuity, because it must be clear coming to your head, this is the information the patient needs.
Referral of medical care. Now, I'm thinking this is something that you should be so educated on
Yes.
that you give the proper referrals.
Yes.
Because at some point in time, the visit would not stop with you.
Right.
They're not just going to come to you and everybody goes home.
Right.
Like you just said, there could be a host of other issues that may arise. Sometimes you may have suffered something as a child, and it's now bothering you at that pioneer age, right? And so this brings us back to before even doing or going into that conversation, which is diagnosing the issue. There's so many other things happening. The body is
With the patient.
connected.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's no disconnect there. And I think I sent a reel concerning doing an online course with chiropractors
Yes.
as a continuation course. And so that they become more acclimatized and sensitized to some of the problems they would encounter in their practice.
Yeah. And one of the things that we really need to take the time and be as much on top of our game as we should, because you don't want the instance where you misdiagnose someone. These are the realities. We have heard some of the horror stories. They're out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But
Absolutely.
misdiagnosis is something that you really, this is like the number one. If you had to put like a big NO at the top, that is misdiagnosing a patient.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And you have to be on the button when it comes to that, because the patient needs credible information.
Definitely.
So they can make sensible decisions as to as they advance in the care. A patient may come in and say, well, doc, I have a pain in my knee, and it was recommended to me to have a knee surgery. And they may have brought in the x-rays. You must be able to analyze those x-rays and say, well, listen, you sure? Don't you need another opinion? And so, listen, go and see this person or that person and stuff. And they come back and say, well, they gave me a shot in my knee, whatever the shot was, and they had a decrease in pain and so forth. But when you analyze the x-ray, you must know what the real need is supposed to look like.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you don't, you're in trouble, because you would not be able to tell the patient, listen, you have sciatica. And they may say, well, what is sciatica? I never heard the term. So sciatica is when the sciatic nerve is squeezed. And usually there's a leaning of one or two of the bones in the lower back.
Right.
That would cause that, particularly L4, L5, and S1. And now you go into the patient's back, you adjust those bones, and the patient gets up and bend the knee and says, the pain is gone.
Yeah.
And now it's contingent upon you to explain to the patient the whole process why it is so. And the patient doesn't have to change the knee at all.
And what about our young enthusiasts? Do you see a large number of youngsters wanting or interested even in chiropractic?
Yeah, well, I've had a lot of calls from youths seeking information because they want to be chiropractors. Even grown-ups, I've had calls from them. So previously when I came to Trinidad, it wasn't like that. But I continued, as I said on another program, to have this conversation with them, with the parents. And the parents would come to me and say, doctor, I have a son. He has this or that. Can I bring him to see you? Right, and comes to see me and stuff. And he gets over the table and he said, Mom, so all the pain's gone, Mom. And so he wants to know, he said, well, how this thing works, doctor? I'll have to explain in a way that he would understand, to stir him into having that interest. And but I see some of that happening.
The narration has changed so much.
Absolutely.
And I made mention of the youngsters because I want to get to your brainchild, which is the college
Yes.
that is dedicated
Yes.
to this form of medicine. So,
And to Tobago.
yes, so let's
Yes.
touch on that just for a bit. What is the name
Right.
of your
Well,
college?
when we started early on in the program, I told you I wanted to build a college in Grenada. But because of the land issue, family and stuff, I just put it to the side. And then recently I started to think, a couple of people say, Doc, why don't you come to Tobago? And we had a conversation going on. And so I came up with the issue about getting a college here in Tobago of chiropractic. Only chiropractic.
Right.
We probably could extend later on in other things. But and so the name of the college is after my daughter, Alexandria Philippa McSween. And it would be named Alexandria McSween's Chiropractic College Campus of Tobago.
Right.
And it led on from there to a plan, which came into being as a proposal. So at this stage, this is where we're at, and we're looking at it probably to begin some form of construction January in the dry season, January of 25.
Yeah.
The foundation takes sometimes a lot of rain if you go in there in the rainy season, and you have to pay equipment and so forth. So we want to, of course, reduce cost. And so that's how the name of it came about, because of my younger daughter, who just graduated out of UE.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And I know that you're in the infancy stages,
Yes.
but you have a focus and there's a particular foresight there. So a student who is desirous of attending this institution, what are some of the criteria that they need to have?
Well, the student must have a Bachelor of Science degree. Some Bachelor of Sciences do not have certain coursework.
Right.
Now, if such a student wants to apply, they can apply, but they must get those coursework finished at a tertiary institution before they can be accepted into the college. So you must have a Bachelor of Science. And some of the basic coursework you must have in your Bachelor of Science is physics, chemistry, inorganic, organic, general chemistry, math, and might be some other ancillary courses you may have taken. But those are the basic courses. And you may have calculus 1 or 2. But the better your grades are, is the more possibility that you would be accepted. And of course that comes into acceptance committee, evaluation committee, who will go through that process.
What about teaching and staff? Because it's so important to have that synergy. So it's not just having built an institution,
Right.
but the teachers, the
Yes.
facilitators.
The source we
Yeah.
looked at is right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Our first source of educating, being educators at the institution. If we cannot source those individuals, we'll have to seek elsewhere, seek more of the Caribbean. But first of all, this would be our focus, the Caribbean.
Yes.
We have enough graduates from the university here who can probably fill some of those slots and teach some of those courses that we require.
Yeah.
You know?
You have this love. There's a patriotism that you have.
Yeah, I'm a patriot.
Yeah. It's just shining
I'm a
through you
patriot.
today.
I'm a patriot. Trust me, I'm a patriot. Of
Yeah.
Trinidad, and I think I just got an advisory committee award from the United States from the Republican Party. So yes, I have that patriotic spirit in me. I think it started when I was a police officer,
Yeah.
and it led on into me going into the military in the United States and so forth. But yes, I see these countries, this Twin Islands state, as foremost in my mind.
Definitely.
I love America now, trust me.
Yeah. But there's something about the Twin Islands.
Oh, my mother
Republic.
used to say something about where your navel string is buried. That is where you will be.
Yeah.
So I'm probably holds true to that.
I love it. And I think with regards to continuity, because
Yes.
we need to have that conversation always. One of the things that we have been accused of as West Indian people is not knowing how to build and ensure continuity in what we're building. And I think the narrative is changing. I'm not sure how quickly, but I think it's changing with regards to us and business and enterprise and innovation and, you know.
So we have my daughter as director of student services, and very intelligent young lady. And so part of that continuation is going to come from her if I pass away.
Yes.
And she would be one of the directors at the college as well. But we have some great people here in Tobago, you know, trust me.
Yeah, I
We
think
have some
so.
thinkers here in Tobago. I've met some of them.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
And it's a wonderful opportunity as well. I think there is so much to be said for the types of minds that we have. And you get to showcase that as much as possible. It's not just about the continuity. It's not just about, you know, having a education, a facility, organization, institution, whatever we want, whatever term we want to use. The human aspects is so important. And I know that you speak to that. You talk about it every time you come on.
Yeah, it might help
The
us
human
to
aspect.
decrease crime as well. Because
Yes.
we have an outlet for our people.
Okay.
And the more we educate them, the more they turn away from crime.
Definitely.
And they must start from young.
Definitely. And you know what? We're going to take a break on that note, guys. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. We're going to be chatting just a bit more with Dr. Pelham McSqueen, who is here and just doing the most right now and just giving so much back to the community. So we're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago.
If you want to feel alive, then switch to the winning side. You see how we move in style. Is a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe with Be Mobile.
Come and see what Brandy could get. See what Brandy could get. Come and see what Brandy could. See what Brandy could. See what Brandy could get. All of the brand the best. All of the brands the best. Come and see what Brandy could. See what Brandy could. Be mama. Top it up, 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 top it up. Only we buying bundles. Top it up, 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 top it up.
It's a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe with Be Mobile.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Answer Makal Group.
Back with Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. And of course, it's our Health Corner segment. And I'm speaking with my favorite chiropractor doing the most in the building on the brunch set today, Mr. Pelham McSweet. And of course, we went for a break, and of course, you mentioned that the Tobago space was very much responsible for this initiative.
Absolutely. I am so appreciative of the education department up here, because I was given the opportunity to go into the schools and to give care to primary school students. I did this on a monthly basis for years. Parents used to sign consent form for me to touch your children. I had a similar experience in Grenada, but here I took the cake.
Yeah.
You know, I come up to Tobago, and sometimes I don't have to make breakfast when I go to my office. Patients would come in and bring me breakfast.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
And yeah.
So that was a big boost to me, and that kind of catapulted my view into terms of the way forward. And that's why we're at this stage now with the design and construction, the planning, the whole bit of the college. And we now looking for some land.
Yeah, well, I mean,
we're looking for some land.
You gotta step by step.
We're looking for some land, and we hopeful that we can bring this about with the help of Tobago. Because this would be a Tobago thing. It's going to help with health, tourism. I see a big cruise ship outside there.
Yeah.
Some of them, when they come here, they come to my office looking for a chiropractor.
Yes.
So that institution would be able to facilitate all these people.
And I think being in this space, it lends something to the experiences that you would have. For you, the Tobago space is one of kindness.
Yes.
You always speak about
Absolutely.
the kindness that was shown to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because your patients, you said you got the opportunity to go to schools. You were entrusted with caring for.
Yes, for their children.
For their children, yeah.
I used to be invited to their homes for lunch. Doctor, come by me for lunch today.
Yeah.
Mangoes. I don't have to buy mangoes. I found that to be amazing here in Tobago. Amazing.
Yeah.
The people reminds me of my mom, being from Grenada.
Yeah.
So I say there's a connection.
There's always a connection. I think as West Indian and Caribbean people, we are all connected. Our history is so
intertwined.
It's diverse, yet we're so connected in terms
very
of experiences.
connected.
Yeah.
Actually, I had teachers go down to Grenada from here.
Wow.
To meet with school principals and so forth.
I love the fact that you are so passionate about the health of our youngsters, the health of our children. You're such an advocate for the youth and what they got going on, because it's quite a lot going on.
We must educate them and feed them that opportunity and ability to be the best of themselves.
Definitely.
And they can be.
And we must also highlight the positives.
Yes. Well, all the time.
Yeah, we need to highlight the positives.
Month before last month, I came up here. I got a call. And person said, "Do you remember me, Dr. McSween?" I said, "I can't recall." She said the name, I couldn't recall. And she said, "I'm going to come to your office." And the morning she came, I went to my reception area, and there was this big basket of fruits and flowers to me. I was amazed. She said, I was going to Black Rock, and you used to see me. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Those fruits lasted me about a whole week.
And that speaks to the human aspect, because we always have to come back to that.
Yes.
It seems to be fleeting just a bit. But we are trying so hard to bring some semblance back because it's so important to have that human aspect. We have to love one another. We have to show kindness.
And that's gratefulness,
consideration. Yeah.
That's gratefulness. Imagine that. Years I haven't seen this for years. So I like a little girl in Black Rock when I first started. And I was amazed. Took me to tears.
Yeah. And it's amazing when someone so young at the time
Can remember that.
remembers that
Yes.
in detail. So that means there's an impact there.
Yeah,
that happened.
It transcends
So
my belief. You know, it transcends all I know, my reality. I say, wow. When I told my staff, I say, isn't this something?
Yeah, it's amazing.
This is something else. And I see it sometimes in the South in Trinidad. You know, a patient came into me and said, "Doctor, what do you like to eat?" And I said, "Well, I like cow heel soup and all them kind of stuff." She said, "Okay." The next week, she and her husband came with a big pot of cow heel soup to me.
Ooh,
I said, "You all didn't have to do that."
I could do with some of that now.
I talk about only cow heel. Eh?
Yes.
Oh man, it was something else. It blew me out of this world.
That love.
But I see that here every single month. Monday we had breakfast when I came in. You know, nice breakfast too.
Yeah. What about funding?
Well, we're gonna be looking for funds. Of course, we need money to build the college. Along with that, we want to twin with my alma mater, Sherman College in Spartansburg, South Carolina.
Right. Yeah,
A
that
part
you
of a-
always speak about.
So they can come here, they could do internship here. Our students here can go there, do internships and so forth.
Yeah, I
know?
love it. I love it.
But we're looking for some money. Trust me, because you got to get that money to build it.
Yes.
We're looking for help.
And you're in the right place to ask for help. Have you approached any of our local bodies?
Oh yes,
considering help? Okay,
we have. We decided to petition the THA, see if we can get some land. We haven't met with them yet. We're supposed to meet tomorrow.
Right.
And when that starts, when we get that, by God's grace, things should be on the roll. And of course, we're going to have to look at a lending institution to help us accomplish that feat. So I'm hopeful, and my board is hopeful as well.
But I absolutely love what you're doing. I think you're such an inspiration to so many of us. A household name. Like I said, I knew you before all of this even came to fruition. I remember you on other networks and you were so in touch with your craft. That's why I remembered you. And then I started this show and you were one of my first guests. And the rest, as they say, is history.
It's history.
Yeah, because there's always so much information. There's always that willingness to share. And that's a beautiful thing.
I think that's why we're here. We need to help our fellow men. We should be our brothers' keepers
Definitely. I think
and
so.
share the good, even the bad sometimes, with our people, so that they understand. So there's a path for growth and development.
Yeah. And I love the way that you said we should be our brother's keeper.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
You know, because to some of us it may sound very cliche, but it's so true and it's so important that we have that camaraderie and that mutual respect for one another.
The caring.
Yeah.
I can give you a little narrative in this. I was at my office this morning, and I left my office just to go to TSTT to rectify an issue. And by the time I got out there, I got a call from my daughter. Daddy, we under gunpoint. And some bandits had gone into my home, hit my daughter in the head with gun butts, planted her on her arm with cutlass, threatened to kill her unless she released anything we had in the house, which she did. And then they came for me. So I said, probably because the way I understand what chiropractic.
Yeah.
They said they came for me. So but I'm not scared of that. I'm not worried. The police we have some good policemen, trust me, here.
Yes, we do.
And of course,
We do.
God had all to do with it. but they responded in no time at all. You hear me? And they locked down the place. I always say, thank God for our policemen.
Definitely.
Yeah, they do a tremendous job, trust me.
Yes, and good morning goes out to our protective
Yes,
services.
yes.
They really do the most, and in sometimes
They
very,
literally
very
have.
trying, yes, circumstances and resources in many
Yes,
cases.
absolutely.
It's a bit trying to even get the job done.
Yeah,
But
anybody bashing the
get it
police
done.
have a problem.
And you have your own experience.
Oh, yes. Oh,
And so
yes.
you can speak on
Yes.
the experiences that you have.
I was
Yeah.
a young policeman
Yeah, definitely.
trying to build police force and service. And I can tell you, it's very challenging.
Yes, it is.
So when something happens and the police say, well, this is what we did. Everybody say, oh, no, the police do this. No. Without them, we'd have no law and order in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, you
The army is
definitely need-
the army is not designed for law and order.
Get you.
When I was trained in the military in the United States, I was trained to kill you. I was trained to protect my country.
Yes.
Right? The army is not trained with the law. I never learned the law, except if I went to JAG school. And but I've been through the training here. They teach you to protect and serve.
Basically, and that's just what it is.
So I was saying that we must be our fellows keepers.
Yes.
And so the educational aspect is absolutely necessary. And so that's why I want this project to succeed. Because you have a lot of young Tobagonians here who can be and do what I do. Trust me.
Definitely.
So that's what people say, as you were saying, so God gave me the gift.
Yes.
He gave me the gift of life. And I try to utilize that life that He has given to me. And we have young men and women here can do just what they saw me do on the set. Like I person say, Dr. McSween, how you did that? And that kind of thing. And they can do it. So that
Definitely.
legacy would be there. We can have some great chiropractors right here. People would be coming right here in Tobago to get adjusted. Because I have people from abroad coming to Trinidad to be adjusted by me. I just had a
Yes.
patient, or 2 or 3 of them, one from the States, and one from Ireland, and one from Grenada, coming to me because of what they've heard me speak about and my videos on Philippa McSween's Memorial Chiropractic Healthcare Center.
Yes.
And they came here. But we could have a dynamic process in Tobago here.
I think so.
And this island is good on tourism.
Yeah.
There's no oil drilling here. There's no asphalt lake here and all kind of stuff. But we have a lot here.
Definitely.
Yeah,
And
blood,
a
yeah.
natural essence that makes us unique.
Yes.
And I think we need
makes
to-
Tobago.
Yes. Yes. But we have a video.
Yes, we have a video.
From you.
I was
Yeah,
doing
so let's cue that and
okay.
you tell us, what's happening there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning,
Just ask about
doctors. Continuing our discussion on the cervical spine and its analysis. As you can see, we have a lateral view, base posterior view, and an open mouth view. In the lateral view, you can see there's a listhesis. You see movement of C1 all the way down to T1, T2. And there is string sign, there's cholesterol source developed in the carotid arteries. And so let's take a view at other spines. Now, each spine coming into you as a prospective client is different. This here is another spine, as you can see. It has lost its curve, its lordosis. Seems like a military neck. You should understand that term and know what the term means. And here again, we see movement of the cervical spine, lateral movement from C2 down to about 2 or 3. This here is another patient's x-ray. As you can see, there are osteophytes, there's lipping of the end plates, superior and inferior, and there's a posterior movement of the posterior tubercle of C1. And over here, the string sign is very noticeable. Again, there's movement of the cervical vertebrae from one side to the other. In this one, you're seeing the bifid odontoid process. As we continue our discourse, we're going to get into pathologies and signs that you should look for to aid in the wellness of the patient. I want to turn on to MRI and look at it.
Yeah, and one of the things that I actually love is the fact that we get to meet a very wide and vast cross section of our people, our creatives, our service providers, you name it, and they are right here on the brunch set. This is one of the things that I absolutely love about it. And of course, we had some video that we wanted to share with you guys. I asked for it to be queued so that we could just speak just a little bit about it. I feel like you guys need some more information. I was leaving you and I said, let me come back because I feel like there's some information that you guys would need. So we have the video to be queued, and while that's being done, I'm just going to find out from Dr. McSween what exactly we would be looking for in the video as it's queued. So tell us just as the guys are queuing up, what are some of the things that we would be seeing in the video?
But this is actual exercise that I went through with the patient. Patient came in and patient was telling me that, doctor, I have some other x-rays at home, scans and so forth. Can I bring them? So I said, bring them. And when they bring them, I went through it. And I told him what I was seeing, particularly the scan for the brain. I saw he had a problem with sight. And on viewing the scan, I said, well, wait a minute. And by the way, this is an exercise for chiropractors now, so that they become more sensitized as to what they're dealing with. And I said, well, man, you have high cholesterol deposits. You got deposits up in your carotids in your neck. You have it in your circle of Willis. And if you do have it there, you have it at your retinal artery and so forth. And in fact, he was having problems seeing. I said, well, you need to see a medical doctor so he can help you decrease that cholesterol content in your system, and probably a nutritionist to change your diet and so forth. And in fact, it helped.
Yeah. And I love the fact that you got the chance to really explain. I know the viewers were seeing the images.
Yes.
Some people may understand, some may not. So I just wanted to make sure that I came back with you so you could just give a little snippet of education and information.
Yeah, remember that chiropractic is about the spinal column. It's not about anything else.
Right.
But you've gone through the process of education in school to graduate as a doctor of chiropractic. So you got to use that. And so this lecture for chiropractors is telling them how to use that knowledge.
Definitely.
And give the patient correct information. All right? And say, listen, this is so-and-so. I would recommend you to Doctor Who, but I need you to go and see them because it'll also affect your health.
And I love the fact that you look at things holistically. So, again, we wish you so much blessings.
Thank you.
I absolutely love the continuity. I absolutely love the fact that this is something that is being built and is going to grow from strength to strength.
Yes.
So blessings to you and
Thank
all
you.
the best.
Thank you so much.
So we're going to take a break, guys. We are going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. Of course, our book club is going to be alive and popping. You guys do not want to miss that. Jewel Green George joins us. And of course, we get to speak to some of our lovely competitors in the National Calypso Monarch semi-final round. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. And of course, don't forget our trivia question, guys. The white in the national flag What does this color symbolize? Simple, simple, simple. The answer at the end of the show. See you guys soon.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, honey.
Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal.
Oh, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Girl, you know what you're doing. You face with the eye contact. Girl, look back. 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 Look at how it march. Look back. Look back at the stage. Look back. Look back to the stars. Look back.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material. Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive Collection, now exclusively available at Standard.
Hey, you come in. Long time I see you. This station complete. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yeah. Total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla. I thought it's your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two, better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before your Ramajé, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your life can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. Never ever worry if sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry if times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Now guys, before I left you, thank you so much to Dr. McSween for being such a wonderful guest and, spreading all that love and that kindness. It's always a joy having him. But like I said at the beginning of the show, we are into the carnival season. We are into Calypso season. And it's a wonderful time when we have our sons and daughters of Tobago representing well. And my next guest is no different. And I feel so honored. I feel so special because he told me personally that he's not doing interviews. He only came because it was me interviewing him. So I'm so honored to present to you guys. You guys know him as Tobago Chalky, but to us, family and friends, Mr. Alex Gift. Good morning to you, sir.
Morning to you, Janelle. It's indeed a pleasure.
Yeah. So how have you been? Because you basically just burst on to the scenes. I saw you in October, and it was like a drawback moment because, it's like, What is going on?
Yeah.
How are you? Tell me, what's going on?
I am fabulous.
Yeah.
For want of a better word.
Yeah.
I am fabulous. I'm excited. I'm great. I'm excellent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm refined. I'm
And your journey is different though. Your journey has changed. You
Yes.
realize that.
A lot of people saying that.
Yeah.
But you know, it's normal. As the scripture says,
Mm-hmm.
all things happen, all things work together for good to
Mm-hmm.
them that love the Lord.
Definitely.
And that's the key.
And there's also a season. I know
There's a season.
Ecclesiastes tells us a
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah, and things happen for you
For a reason.
and regardless
Yeah.
of any man or woman and their intent and their deeds and their words and
Yeah.
all of that. What happens for you happens regardless.
And that's why I tell people, when you see people going through difficult situations or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
have nothing to say.
Oh my gosh,
You
need to say
don't
that
know
louder.
what is the reason.
Mhm.
Sometimes we want to know how.
Yes.
It's not how. We must try to find out. We must try to find out why.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I
yes.
love the fact that you said we must try to find out why.
Why
Because
and not how.
it's easy for us to take a narrative and run with it.
Correct.
Sometimes we have no idea what the circumstances were, what the experience is like, who are the key players involved.
That's the point.
And I have had experiences where people talk. I have a friend of mine, I hope she's watching. There's an instance where someone was speaking ill of her, but speaking ill of her to her, not knowing
it is her.
that this is the person that you're spreading the
We
lies
have to
about.
be careful.
Yeah.
You see? And I during my years growing up and thing, I would have heard men say people in jail innocently. You know, I never believed that until my experience, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Experience
Telling ya.
is your best teacher.
Yeah.
And so you feel that essence where you're reformed. And you know that goes into your creativity.
Correct. Yes.
And so you're bursting out.
Mhm.
And then we have the feud.
Yeah,
Tell
the
me,
feud.
tell me about the feud.
Oh my.
Your
You know,
entry for 2024.
Yes,
Tell me
yes,
about the
yes.
feud.
the feud was based on the refined version of Alex Gift, that we were
Yes.
talking. You know, when I was there in my zone,
Mm-hmm.
the authorities used to tell me, "You different, you know, you looking different. Something about you, you're gifted."
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted me to enter competitions in there.
Mm-hmm.
But my focus was not that. My focus was to edify at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know once you know your purpose, you can care less what people think, you know.
Yes.
Because they would think whether or not
Whatever
you
they
say,
know
whatever you
or
think,
not.
they
Yes,
would think, they would think
it.
whether or not.
Yeah.
So the key is to keep focus on you
Mm-hmm.
and what you are about. Once you keep that in mind,
Yeah.
things can fall along around you. There can be a hole around you. Even though you're going down into the hole, concentrating on what you would hold on to
Mm-hmm.
while going down into that hole, you will survive.
Definitely.
Don't get swallowed up by, I call it nonsensical talk.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the time, people talk things that they don't know.
And it's good to be able to shut out the noise, as we call it, because
Correct.
it's there to distract you.
Because I was when I was going through my difficult situation, I heard all sorts of things about my incarceration, how many years and so on.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what I went to jail for.
Yes. And you know, one of the things that I absolutely love about you, Alex, is the fact that you are unfiltered. And you're like an open canvas.
Of course, I don't hide.
Yeah, and
You know?
so the conversation follows a certain trajectory
Yes,
because
yes.
you're transparent and you're being
That's the
honest.
point. That's the point.
Yeah.
And what some people, I wouldn't say all the people. What some people don't like about me is that I am blunt.
Yes.
I talk straight. And most people don't like me because of how I portray, how I put it over. If it's black, it is black.
Yes.
If it is white, it is white. Don't tell me that cup is red and you are looking at a blue cup. Come on, are you naive?
And you call a spade
A spade.
And this is one of the things that speaks to your artistry
Yes.
as a writer and a performer.
That's
Yeah?
what has guided me and helped me.
Yes.
Because had I not been studying and investigating, I would not have been a good composer. You understand?
Definitely, I get you.
You never know, I might have been sued like Coco, but that's a different story.
Alex Gift. Alex Gift.
You
Alex
understand?
Gift.
Because I sang so many things.
Yes.
Even though I was blacklisted at one point, singing political commentaries in some subtle way. The people would have seen it. Example, Sprung a Story. I sang Sprung a Story, same pedigree.
Yeah.
You know, Coco Mele, those were great political commentaries. Fitzgerald Hines, when he heard my composition, Coco Mele, the man knelt down, shook my hands, he knelt down, he said, "You are a genius."
And that's basically what it is. You call a spade a spade.
Correct.
Yeah. But what was it like preparing for the season?
Right.
Was it hectic? Was it a roller coaster? What was it like for you preparing?
It was kind of busy because we adjusting to the new settings. After that period,
Yeah.
you have a lot of work to do. You have a lot of cleanup. You have a lot of restructuring. You have a lot. But one thing you must bear in mind: once it is here,
Oh, yes.
you see, you do all the infrastructure here. And then when you come out, you just put in on paper what you have here. So, as I always tell people, without the vision, you're nothing.
Yeah.
You have to have a vision as to how you want it done. It's like a house. You don't go and build a house without a plan or having a plan in your head as what you want to be done.
Yes.
Always you'll make a mess. You'll waste
a lot
material.
of material,
you know?
and money and
Correct.
time.
So you
Yeah.
have a plan and a structure in your head. It is drawn in your head. It is worked out in your head. And when you come into the realization, okay, this cup, I want it there because you know the distance, you know the feet, the time, because it was worked out
Yes,
in your head.
You took the time to
Correct.
calculate.
And that's where a lot of people, you leave them behind because they are so busy trying to mind your business
Yes.
instead of working their business out in their head. So by the time you come on the scene and you go on past them, they say, "What's happening?" You worked your business out
Yes.
while they were minding your business.
So the competition takes place this Saturday?
This Saturday.
Oh my.
This Saturday. So quick.
I'm feeling tired and it's not me. I'm feeling like I'm tired.
Girl, if I tell you, I doesn't, girl, and you know, and it's a customary thing for me, eh? But every time you go through the pace, it is like something new.
Yes. It's constantly evolving.
Yeah.
And changing.
And it is and sometimes it's look, it's problem here and problem there and the little comments in between and the little bacchanal, and you say, my God, I'm involved in this thing.
Yeah.
You know, and then there will be the critics on the other end saying hey, you're gonna sing calypso and there are certain, all right, let me put it this way, there are certain discussions I don't take part of. It does not make any sense.
And it doesn't benefit you.
It doesn't benefit me. So there are discussions that I wouldn't even waste time to even.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm too learned for that. Yeah. I'm too learned.
And you know, this is not, like you said, this is not like your first entry into the National Monarch semi-finals.
Yes.
You have bypassed so many, as you say, noise and talk.
Yes.
Because you made it to the Mashkara, you made it through,
correct.
you know, so it's a staple. You're like a staple of the competition. But for some reason, making it in this time and space, it's like a whole
new thing, different
vibe. Yeah.
And you know what have kept me, Janelle? The love for people.
Yeah.
The love for the artists. The love for the art form. You know, while I was inside, I would have listened to like the various different competitions that they would have had.
Right.
And you know, I would sit down there and watch a calypsonian and say, hey, you could have done better there. You could and it's not even me singing.
Yeah, but the passion.
Is
there.
And I don't know where we got this rivalry from.
Oh, that's another thing.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Janelle, you know me. You understand? You came into you were one of the most gorgeous voices in backups that I've known. I
thank you for your kindness.
Correct. And there were people who I had selected to sing with me in time past, of which you were one of them.
Yes.
And
because I was there.
Correct. And I would tell you, I am not
not
singing with anybody else except it is these three
Yes.
or these. And I would, because you know it's a love. It's the we don't just go and sing, we sing because we love it. It's like a plate of food. And I tell them, I always say, when you do something, you do it because you love it, not because you want the money. No, somewhere along the line the money will come. But you're not focusing on the money. You are focusing on the gift. Oh God, the sweet smelling savor. When you sit down and they say, he sung good. That is my passion.
And that's the love.
That's the love. I feel good. When they say, I'm not concerned about the money. I'm concerned about feeding the people with the correct information.
Definitely. And you know, I love the fact that you said that. We're going to wrap right now.
Yes.
You know, I could talk to you all day, right?
Yes.
But we're out of time. But
Yes.
I have to have you back, and we're going to have a really nice sit down, and you can tell me all about everything that you want to talk about.
Yes.
But from us to you, we wish you nothing but the best of luck,
Certainly.
blessings, and of course, success
I
in
would
what you
appreciate
endeavor to do.
Thanks very much, you know.
So guys, that was Mr. Alex Gift Tobago Chalky, one of our representatives for the National Calypso Monarch semi-final round, taking place this Saturday at Skinner Park, San Fernando. So you guys go ahead and tune in. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, blessed with talent and so much picong, you name it. It's all going to be there. We're going to take a break and we're going to be right back with Book Club. Let me just mention our trivia question. Of course, that white color of the Trinidad and Tobago flag symbolizes what? The answer at the end of the show. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your nice car get damaged bad, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. Never ever worry if sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry if times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. And on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Yo everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Stowbay, Local Road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guarantee as we are matching or beating any quotations.
Big bad, don't tell you behave. On the road you behind, the truck it go big quick. If you want to feel alive, then switch to the winning side. You see how we move in style. Is a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe with Be Mobile.
Come and see what brand it could get. See what brand it could get. Come and see what brand it could, see what brand it could, see what brand it could get. All of the brand the best, all of the brands the best. Come and see what brand it could, see what brand it could. Be Mobile. Top it up, 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 top it up. Only we buying bundles. Top it up, 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 top it up.
It's a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe on Be Mobile. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe with Be Mobile.
Good morning, beautiful people, wherever you may be viewing from, Trinidad and Tobago or across the wider Caribbean. Thank you for joining me today. This is Book Club Corner and I am Joel Green, your host for today's session of Book Club Corner, where every Wednesday we chat with local authors, people from the publishing industry, stakeholders, right, about their books, the literary arts, and what's happening today in the publishing industry. I know those conversations are of paramount importance to authors, writers, and those who are publishers as well. So thank you for being with us today. Today is the last day of January. That means we're into officially the carnival season. So if you were not before, I tell you, get out the bells and whistles. Carnival is upon us. And for our guest today, we have Dwight Narayan Singh. He is from Digital Canopy, and he is going to be our guest today. Mr. Narayan Singh is a co-director at Digital Canopy, at Royad's Publishing, and he is the innovator at Digital Canopy. He is really the driving force with Digital Canopy. And I will let him explain to you what Digital Canopy is about. Welcome, Mr. Narayan Singh. How are you?
Good morning, Jewel. Good morning to you.
Good to see you.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Right.
And how are you today?
Good. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm very happy to hear that. Thank you for being with us today. This is the beginning of the carnival season. And people will be fetting, some will be hanging out, some will be liming, but some of us going to be reading, Dwight, right? Some of us still have reading on our list of activities. And I said, as we're continuing from last week, because last week we had a bookstore on and we really wanted to talk to people about what makes them attractive to bookstores. But today, I'm so happy we have you on board. You are the only ebook e-commerce platform that exists locally. And I want to give you props for that. Cheers to you and your team, right, for having the vision to create this platform. Tell us something about one, Royals Publishing, and what Digital Canopy is about. Listen, don't leave anything out. Tell these authors how special Digital Canopy is.
Sure, we're sort of a gem that is existing here in Trinidad and Tobago in terms of the literary scene. Not much people know about Digital Canopy, but I'll just give you a brief history. So, our parent company, Royals Publishing Company, has been in the publishing industry since 1984. Our main thrust has been in publishing curricular work for primary and secondary schools, textbooks really in different subject areas throughout the Caribbean. So we provide these textbooks throughout the English-speaking Caribbean, I should say. So Royals has built a name for itself over the past few years, many years, with these publications. So we are producers of physical textbooks. Enter now Digital Canopy in terms of offerings in ebooks. Now, Royals having been the physical textbook offerings, and Digital Canopy having been the converted book into digital form that is available on the web. Now, how Digital Canopy came about is really during the pandemic, the COVID pandemic in 2020, when we, the management of Royals, decided, well, we need to find a way to get our physical books in front of students now that classes are online and now that information is being shared digitally for learning purposes and so on. And of course, we couldn't get our physical books into the schools because there was just no schools happening at that time. And whatever was happening with textbooks and learning was happening online. So we decided to create a platform where we can digitize our physical books and create a medium in where the books can be available now to students on devices. And so we developed a relationship with a local software developer by the name of Blue Gurus, and they really helped us to understand the technology and to hone the technology and to cultivate that technology to create a platform where we thought we can digitize our books, yes, and sure, place it onto the platform. But more than that, as we went along exploring the idea, we came up with why don't we just open the platform to the wider audience, the wider literary audience. So we have now where not only Royals books are available on Digital Canopy, but we also provide for anybody with literary work who has it sitting on their computer, or even established authors or publishers who have books that they want to convert to digital into ebooks. They can now do that on Digital Canopy, and they can monetize their work. So literature, anything in literature, stories, short stories, poems. Once you have a compilation and you have a book that you want to publish, but you don't want to go through the the financial aspect and the burdensome aspect of getting it published and finding an agent and finding a printer and so on and so on. What someone can do is take that product that they have sitting on their computer, upload it to Digital Canopy, and be selling that within minutes, as long as they have an audience that will purchase it. Now, audiences have to be honed. You have to develop and cultivate your audience.
Before
To
you
do
get
that,
to that,
yes.
Dwight, I have to put a pin in it. I'll tell
Right.
you why. I'm so excited. You won't even believe. I'm so excited from the very first time I heard about Digital Canopy. And I heard about Digital Canopy through a good friend of mine, Suzanne Leonard. She said,
Right.
Joel, I know you're in the guild. We have a fantastic form, perfect for writers, and it is so easy. And we did a whole webinar where we did this, this really onboarding. But let me just break it down for those who are out there listening. Digital Canopy is literally a space where just 3 steps. You create an account, you upload your book, you sell your book.
Yes.
That's it, right? It's
Yes,
that
yes.
easy.
Yes.
It's that easy. It's that fantastic. You must have a published book. There is an agreement for you to sign because they are taking 20% of whatever you do and you retain the 80%, but it is literally 3 steps. You create an account, you upload your published book, the agreement comes and you sign it, and then you start to sell. I mean, how fantastic is that? And you get paid right here. Right, please. I don't want to jump ahead. I'm so excited. Authors, publishers, you can have your publisher's account and your writer's account. So you can actually upload your book if you have a publisher's account, if you have multiple persons you've published, or you can upload your book if you are the author, right? So, Dwight, I want you to tell us just briefly about those 2 types of accounts. What exactly is the difference? And perhaps what's the benefit to having a publisher's account versus being an author? If you're an author alone, fine. But what is the benefit to a publisher coming on board and putting the books from their authors there?
Let me start with the user account. So if I am an avid reader and I would like
Is
to...
your audio okay? I'm not hearing you. Okay,
Yes.
I'm hearing you now. Go ahead.
Okay. So let me start with the user account. If I am an avid reader and I want to purchase a book, just like on Amazon Kindle or any of these other services, I would go on to the website, to the book platform, and search for the book that I wanted to purchase, and I would create my account, and there's where my transaction would happen with my credit card, and I would buy the book and so on, and it will download into my account, and I would be able to read the book at length. I can even download the app, the downloadable app, which affords me now to download the book onto my device, and I can have it wherever I go. When I'm on the beach, traveling, in a plane, I can just open up my app and read the book, from where I left off.
So
So
let me
that...
get this straight, Dwight. You all have Digital Canopy has an app that can be downloaded, kind of like Kindle. So you
Just
have
like...
all your books there. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. You have a library of books that you have bought, and it stays with you on your device, and you can open it at any time and read them, right? Even without Wi-Fi. So that's the user account. So that's just, me purchasing a book and consuming it, reading it whenever I want to. And then there's a publisher account for the publishers and the authors and self-authors who would like to upload their literary work and monetize it and make some financial gain from their work without having to jump through hoops and find a publisher and find printing and go through the costly many different layers of having your book published and marketed and so on. So you would create a publisher account on the platform, with your password and your email and so on. And you can then, it's a very easy process to upload your book, and everything is listed there. You just click upload book. You would upload a PDF of your book onto the site, upload a cover, upload type in all of the pertinent information, your ISBN numbers, your description of your book, your pricing that you want to sell it at, because we don't get involved in that. We let the publisher and the author decide what price they want to sell their book at. Whether you want to offer your book, whether you want to rent it for a smaller period of time, or you want to sell the book outright, those are also options that you have available to you. So there are a slew of features that an author or publisher can take advantage of while on Digital Canopy.
Dwight, we're going on a quick break, but
Yes.
viewers, don't go anywhere. Dwight is coming back, and when he comes back, he's going to talk to us about what he mentioned, the subscription thing, right? He's going to lay it out for us, talking about subscription, which is like a book rental. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few minutes talking to Dwight Naransing of Digital Canopy. This is a local ebook e-commerce platform perfect for readers, authors, and publishers. We'll be back in a few.
Inner Health, number 13B, Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago, with over 25 years experience offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, honey.
Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal.
Oh, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Girl, you know what you're doing. You face with the eye contact. Girl, what's the matter? Look back. 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 Look at how it parts. Look back. Look back at the stage. Look back. Look back to the stars. Look back. Look back.
Welcome back to Book Club Corner, where every Wednesday we chat with local authors, we chat with stakeholders of the publishing industry, and today we have with us a very special guest, the co-director of Royards Publishing, as well as the innovator at Digital Canopy, Dwight Naransing, and he's talking to us about Digital Canopy, which is an e-commerce ebook platform. It's Kindle-like for those who want to read, and for authors who want to sell their books without having to go and find, to print it and all of this bacchanal and money. Free to just upload your book and sell it on Digital Canopy. Dwight, we're back.
Yeah. So the point I was
Yeah.
making about subscriptions,
Mm-hmm.
someone who is uploading their book for sale and would like to sell on Digital Canopy, they have two options. They can either sell their book outright. Let's say it's $10. They can sell it for $10, or they can sell it for a couple 3 months to the viewer for maybe a lesser price. Now, of course, they determine what price that is. So it's like a rental of the book for a certain amount of time. So when it comes onto your device, after the time that you have stipulated, the content disappears from the device. So it's sort of like a subscription of the content. One of the other things that I neglected to mention is that there's no obligation to list your publication with Digital Canopy. You can list your book and upload your book, keep it there for years, and we don't charge anything, only until the book sells. When the book does sell, we charge 20%, and the author gets 80%. Now, this is very generous in the industry because if you compare it with Amazon and the other online distribution channels, pricing is more geared towards the business of Amazon and not the author. What we're trying to do within the Caribbean here is really hone and cultivate the art of literary arts, and we want to create a canopy that encompasses literature and authors and poetry and all of these things under one, the readers and the writers and everybody under one canopy. So this is what we're really trying to achieve, and so in so doing we have to keep the authors in mind. It must be financially viable for them as well. So this is why we have created this model of 20% for the Digital Canopy service only when the book sells, and the author gets 80% of that profit sharing. So it is really a no-brainer to have your book listed,
Yes. I have to
because
say, right,
you have not.
this is such a fantastic idea you all have and have executed it so well, right, in terms of what you all are doing for authors, because it really speaks to the heart of the industry, of the orange economy, of making sure that those authors take charge of their whole business model, which I called right, the Author Inc., right, the Author Incorporated, because you're a business as an author as well, and you all are giving them that space. We have a short video because Digital Canopy has a YouTube channel, and you all have a few videos there to help people understand how to use it, and we'd like to queue up the user video that you have. So that people can see. It's a short video, guys, and it will really give you a better understanding of Digital Canopy and how to use it.
Ebooks have become a part of our daily existence. Increasingly, we are faced with the challenges of obtaining books for school or recreation. That's why we created Digital Canopy. Digital Canopy offers you the convenience of ebooks and e-textbooks. You can now purchase and download your favorite books to your secure reader using either our online or offline readers. Purchasing is totally safe and secure, and our credit card payment method is backed by one of the industry leaders in secure payment processing. You can take your entire library with you wherever you go, whenever you want, regardless of Wi-Fi. Digital Canopy makes it easy to use our interactive e-textbook functions to help you get the most out of your texts. You can purchase your next e-textbook for the school year via subscription or own it forever. Read reviews of ebooks from many categories or preview the first 15 pages before you purchase. Simply register at www.digitalcanopy.com and start reading from our list of authors and publishers today.
It's fantastic. And let me just tell you, I'm not just a bibliophile, I'm not just a reader. I love stories. So I'm going to give you a scenario.
Sure.
And you tell us how this goes. So Dwight, somebody calls you up, or they're wondering what Digital Canopy is about, and they say, I have a book, I am a publisher, I have a number of authors. How do I get onto Digital Canopy? What is it about? And I know you gave us a lot of backstory information, but this is what happens, right? People call and want to know, how can I get on? How much money I need? Is it expensive? What's going on? So they call you, tring, tring, tring. Hello. I am a publisher and I have books from different authors, and I've heard of Digital Canopy, but I don't really know what it's about. I don't really know how to use it. Could you tell me some more about Digital Canopy? Start.
Yeah, so basically, if you're an author or even you, not only just a publisher with authors, but if you're sitting at home and you are an author and you do have a book that you want to create into an ebook, it's simple. You just go onto the platform, register your publisher account, and it's advisable that you register a user account as well. And you can upload your book, your PDF file of your book onto the platform. There are ways to do that, and there's instruction on the platform itself that tells you exactly step by step how to do it. We also offer, if you need onboarding, you can call us directly. We can help onboard your book. We can also advise on pricing. We could also advise on all the different facets, all the different features that Digital Canopy has to offer. And once the book is up and it's live, then you have an ebook for sale.
That's fantastic. What I want to know is, what do I need to sign up? And correct me if I am wrong, but I think all you need is an email address.
All you need is an email
and a
address
password
and
to
a
get an account.
Yes, and you set your own password, but you must use an email address that you're accustomed to using. Yes.
Easy peasy. And if you don't
Yes.
have an email address by now, COVID hit, everything is online, you need an email address, right? So if you don't have one by now, I would advise you to go get one, right? But when we're talking about Digital Canopy, the online platform, I know people usually have a discussion with me as a marketer, as a book marketer, about marketing their book.
Right.
Tell us about how a person can be successful in selling a lot of books. What would you recommend an author do to make sure that they're able to attract people to their book on Digital Canopy, and that it just doesn't sit lingering, right? It's not a situation where you have to dust it off because it's a digital platform, but you don't just want the book sitting there. So tell us what, in your opinion, helps authors attract people to their platform to read and to buy their book.
Well, Joel, it's, as you said, it's not a physical book, right? So we have to build awareness. We have to build a customer sort of following where people would be gravitate toward the what makes that author's book special. And because this is online, because it is an ebook, I think in line with it is having sort of a social media following is important. Being present on the internet, through Facebook, through Instagram, these means of marketing, of social media, help to bring awareness to an author's book or author's content. Once you have that presence online, you can then channel and advertise your book and then tell people where it is available. So just think about it as a bookstore, and you tell people, well, my book is available at such and such bookstore in Scarborough or in Port of Spain or whatever it is. You're telling them now, my book is available in ebook format on Digital Canopy.
Right.
So that people can go now and type up Digital Canopy, and they can get directed to put in a search for your book, the name of your book, or you can even put it in your social media posting. the actual link where the book is, so it makes it easy for people to just click that link and be directed straight to Digital Canopy where your book is sitting, and they can peruse it. They can read the first 15 pages of it, see whether they want to buy it or not, and if they so choose, then they can put through the secure payment.
Listen, I can't tell you how much I love this, because I have an ebook I'm working on. It's called The Basics of Book Marketing, and it's an experimental phase, right? So we're doing beta readers and all of that. But this is really such a great platform. I can't say enough about it. Guys out there, ladies out there, it's Digital Canopy, oneword.com. It's Digital Canopy with an I and not a Y. Right? And it's a little book turned upside down like a tent, right? And what I want to make sure we understand is what this is going to do for you as an author in terms of promoting you and your book, right? I don't want you all to not understand how empowering this platform is for you. And we want to talk about, before we have to head out, the marketing, right? Because as you rightfully said, if it's an online platform, the best thing to do is for you to be able to have an online presence. And if you're going to be online, right, and have an online presence, think about where your audience is going to be, whether it's going to be on Facebook, whether it's going to be on Instagram, whether it's going to be on Twitter, and talk to them about the book, right? Authors, don't hide your light under a bushel, as they say, right? Don't hide your candle under a bushel. Make sure everybody knows about your book, and make sure they know it's on Digital Canopy when you put it there. Dwight, we're closing off, and I want to thank you very much for being here with us today. There is more information for you at digitalcanopy.com. You can call them, ask them your questions. It's Digital Canopy with an I, not a Y. And please remember how empowering this is going to be. You went into self-publishing for a reason, and this is going to help you continue that empowerment journey that you started. Right? Thank you again. We're going to have you another time, right? We have so much to discuss. Please know that this episode is going to be on Book Club Corner's YouTube channel, so you can consume this again at another time. There's no rush. You can share it with your friends. Please keep in mind that we are into the carnival season. Take care of yourself, ladies, gentlemen, writers out there, authors. And I want to thank, before I go, House of Zarabi, my good friend Monifer. Monifer, you gave me this dress to wear, and I had to wear it again because it's carnival season coming in, right? Color and vibes and all kind of thing, and I'm waiting for you to get back to me because I know you're busy. But we want to thank you guys and ladies out there, authors, for tuning in again to Book Club Corner. Please take good care of yourselves, and I hand you back over to Miss J Soul of Brunch as we head over to her corner. Please be good to one another.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish, and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive collection, now exclusively available at Standard.
Hey, it's you. Come in. Long time I see you. This station complete. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yeah, total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla. I thought it was your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two, better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before your Ramajé, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Everybody only worrying, worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your nice car get damaged bad, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. Never ever worry if sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry if times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. And on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Yo everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Tobago, Local Road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guarantee as we are matching or beating any quotations.
Are back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Just having a look at my notes and the many bits of information that we have to process each day. But you know, we love you guys and we love bringing programming to you. We love the fact that you stay with us, and that's a wonderful, beautiful thing. Thank you to Jewel Queen George for our book club corner, you know, a staple of our Wednesdays here on the Brunch Mid-Morning Show. And, you know, one of the things that I really need to speak on is the culture of our people. And now my next guest I'm so proud that he's a son of the soil. He is debuting his memoir, Music Maverick launches debut, Carnival is Me. And when you hear that type of topic, you hear that type of resonance, then you could only imagine the love and the passion that is coming into the words as they leap off the page. And so he's going to be discussing his launch, among other things. But I'm going to take the time to welcome Mr. Alvin Ronstadt to the brunch set today. Alvin, are you there?
I'm here. Thank you very much.
Hi.
Very good morning to you.
I am so wonderfully proud of you. You know, I have been looking on and I consider those people who have braved all the stereotypes and were able to really hone their craft. And for you, it's steel pan music. I mean, you got the chance to really tour so many parts of the world, just showing what your country is all about. And I am so honored that I have the chance to really speak with you. So how are you doing today, Alvin?
I'm fantastic today. I'm just glad to be here. You know, I haven't been here for some time, and I'm just looking forward to my time here and being able to be part of the whole Trinidad scene.
Tell us about your launch. Carnival is Me, the memoir of Alvin Ronstadt. How did this initiative come about? Let's just go back just a bit and tell us a bit about that.
Alrighty. Well, look, I'll just go back to when I started touring. I left Trinidad as a young man in my 20s, and went to quite a few different countries, taking the steel pan to all these countries, a lot of them for the first time. And I ended up migrating to Australia. Since I've been here, I've done a few things, but mainly promoting steel pan and Trinidad and Tobago. Went throughout over 1,000 schools. This sort of happened because I used to work at one of the theme parks, and we'd hear people, when we play, we'd hear people saying, they're the Jamaican boys. So I put the show together and toured it around the schools, educating the children of where steel pan is from, and kind of how it was originated, and how it's made, and that sort of thing.
And the Trinidad connection. Now, this stands out to me because I feel like you guys are pioneers. You took steel pan to parts of the world that would not necessarily have even known about this great creation had you not done that. Do you think of yourself as a pioneer?
Well, for a long time I hadn't, but now I started when I started to write the book and realize what we had done, I sort of think, well, probably I am a pioneer.
And it's a wonderful thing because, like I said, there are persons who are brave enough and who are unapologetic about where they come from. And that's you, Alvin. That's you to a T, because you make no mistake about educating persons on the steel pan. You said it yourself, you were mistaken for Jamaicans. And so you found it necessary to really correct that narrative a bit and let people know that, hello, steel pan originated from Trinidad and Tobago. You know, our stalwarts are here. Our creators and inventors are here. And it's important for you in the world to know this. So your memoir, how did this come about? How did you arrive on this initiative where you wanted to do a memoir of your life? Carnival is Me. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, it started with a song that I wrote, and we had just started having a steel band festival in Australia with an organization that was called PANS, Australia, New Zealand. And we started having like a panorama steel band competition. And during the time when we started our first one, there was a gentleman here by the name of Mr. Mark Laquan. And we were chatting, and I was explaining to him, like, when I was a young child, I loved everything about Carnival, the music, the art, the costumes. And he said to me, well, I said to him that I feel like Carnival was me. And
Yeah.
he replied that, well, there is the next song. So because I also sing calypsos and soca and all that sort of thing. And so it took me a couple of years to think about the angle of this song, but I eventually did it and thought that that kind of explained who I am. So when I decided to write the memoir, I thought, well, I'll use that as the name of the book as well.
What about the Arts Queenlands project? Just tell us a bit about that, because it seems like you are getting into spaces where steel pan was unknown. The culture of Trinidad and Tobago was unknown, and you somehow managed to really navigate in those spaces. Tell us a bit about the Arts Queenlands project of
Oh, the Arts
2015.
Queensland project came about because when we started the panorama competition over here in Australia, then we had to have people who can arrange steel band music. And so I applied to make a trip to Trinidad to sort of study from the steel panel ranges in Trinidad, to educate myself about panorama arranging. However, COVID came and put an end to that. And we had to find a different way of completing the project. So we spoke to Arts Queensland and they tell us if we can find a way, that'd be fantastic. So we went ahead and we contacted a gentleman by the name of Amrit Samaru, and asked him if he would like to do a panorama arrangement of the song Carnival is Me, which he did. And so that was the beginning of where it all started with the song and then the book. That's how it ended up where it did.
I say so much blessings to you, and thank you so much for being who you are and really taking the culture of Trinidad and Tobago worldwide. You have been almost everywhere. I did just a bit of research on you, and I'm seeing Singapore and I'm seeing all these places. And it tells so much about the human spirit, and we tend to forget about the human spirit of things. And I feel like you are a messenger, like you're a messenger of the culture. And that's a big job. It's a never-ending job, and I see you doing it from strength to strength. But let's talk about your book. Your book launch is actually coming up for 2024. Let's talk a bit about that. Where can persons find the book as well? Carnival is Me. So I'm going to leave you to speak about your launch.
Okay, the launch would be at Paper Base. And that's on the 5th, Monday the 5th. And it would also be on Amazon, available on Amazon. And I'm sort of looking at I was watching the gentleman who was on the show before, and I think I'll be putting the book there as well. The digital canopy, that's it. And yeah, so far that's what we've got. We've been also have a few copies that we're going to give to schools, libraries, and that sort of thing. But it would be available from paper base and also on Amazon.
And for those persons wanting to contact you, how can they do that?
All right, I could be contacted on a few different ways. Firstly, could be contacted on Facebook, on Alvin Rostand Babash Band. On Instagram, which is the same, Alvin Rostand _ Babash Band. And I could also be contacted on my website, which is babash.band.
All right. So you heard it from Mr. Alvin Ronstadt, accomplished author, musician, cultural activist, a son of the soil right here in Trinidad and Tobago. His debut memoir, Carnival is Me, book launch takes place at the paper-based bookstore, Alcazar Street, Port of Spain, Trinidad, on Monday, 5th February 2024, time 6 p.m. And I'm really looking at the flyer here, and it's very festive, very inviting, very accommodating, and it speaks to the resonance that we have as Trinbagonian people. So once again, we thank Mr. Alvin Ronstadt for being a part of Brunch today. And of course, from our family to yours, Alvin, we wish you blessings and peace, love and light, and also success in whatever you endeavor to do. So thank you so much for being a part of Brunch today.
And thank you so much for having me.
You're most welcome. Okay, guys, so it is that time. I am so sad I have to leave you, but I'll be back. Don't worry, I'll be back, and you make sure you do the same. This was Brunch, a Taste of Tobago, beautiful Wednesday on the island, and we are bringing it to you live and direct. But before we leave you, before we go, our trivia question for today, the white color in the Trinidad and Tobago's national flag symbolizes what? And it's an interesting story here. It symbolizes water. In fact, the red, black, and white, respectively, symbolize fire, the sun representing courage, the earth representing dedication, and water representing purity and equality. And of course, red is the fire and the sun, black, the earth representing dedication, and white, water representing purity and equality. And these words speak so candidly to our existence as Trinbagonian people, our cosmopolitan region, our nature, our history, everything and anything that it means to be Trinbagonian today. And you guys should be proud. So stand tall, go brave, and be a beacon of examples, be a beacon of positivity. And that's all we ask of you. So today, have a blessed one, and we'll see you again for another edition of Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.